Okay, so you're going to sweat your garlic, sweat your shallots. Then you're going to add the cream that's in the recipe. Your cream is about, it is a cup and a half. A cup and a half of heavy cream. Add that in there. You can do this part while you're peeling and cutting your potatoes. You can do all of this while you're peeling and cutting your potatoes. Do not, repeat, do not peel and cut all your potatoes, then start worrying about all this.
So,
all right?
you're just adding the cream to the
Sweated garlic and shallots. You're adding the cream to the sweated garlic and shallots. Okay. Now, at this point, you're going to bring this up to a really low temperature. Don't let it simmer. Don't let it boil. We're going to start cutting the potatoes. Cut the potatoes in half. Okay? And then you're going to slice them as thin as you possibly can. Consistency is the key. As you get them cut, drop them in the cream. Do not put them in water. We want the starch from the potato. Okay? We don't want the starch to go in the water. You can peel them and leave them in water, but don't cut them and slice them and put them in water. 2 potatoes per person is all you need. How long should that take?
Seconds.
No,
about 2 to 3 minutes.
About 2 to 3 minutes is probably how long it should take. Okay. Now you're going to season salt, white pepper, and a dash of nutmeg. Move, move. You're in my way. Okay. Stir, turn the heat up. You're going to have your cheese shredded already. Parmesan and Gruyere. Make sure you mix the 2 of them. You don't have to put them in a bag. You can put them in a container. Make sure they're evenly mixed. We're going to bring this up to a simmer. While it's coming up to a simmer, taste it. This should be very savory and delicious.
We all have to shred our own cheese, or can we do that in the morning?
Nope, you got to shred your own.
Okay.
We're going to set up a station and with a box shredder and the cheese, and we'll go and shred, shred, shred. Okay? You want to bring this up to a simmer. Bringing it up to a simmer is going to start to activate the starch within the potatoes. It's going to start to get thick. We don't want to boil it. If it comes up and starts to boil, then you're going to lose moisture. And we need all that moisture in the pot because we need that moisture to help cook the potatoes in the oven. All right, so as it starts to get hot, it's going to start to thicken up. Just as you start to see a little simmering around the edge, take half your cheese and dump half your cheese into the pot.
And that's the Gruyere and Parmesan mixed.
That's the Gruyere and Parmesan mixed. Okay, half the cheese goes in the pot. Now, this is starting to get a little thick. That's all we want to see. As soon as we start to see that thickness or that viscosity, we're going to turn this off. We're going to take our pre-greased pans, and you are going to use all of the potato and all of the cream evenly distributed into the 2 containers. Do not leave anything behind. If you do, it's going to be an issue. Because if you leave potatoes behind, then you're going to have too much milk or cream. If you leave too much milk or cream behind, you're going to have nothing to cook the potatoes in. They need the moisture that they're going to absorb out of the cream that you have here. Okay. Everything goes in. Then you're going to put them in a 415 degree oven. Just before they go into a 315 degree oven. Whew, that would suck. 315, 315, 315. Top them with the cheese. Into the oven they go. Pull them out when they're tender. When they're tender, they'll look like this. How do you know they're tender?
You taste them.
Okay? It should go smoothly. No weight, no resistance. Let them come out, let them rest. They need to rest for at least 20 minutes. They need to rest for at least 20 minutes. I'm going to put these in the oven because they're a little cool, and we want them hot for service. They need to rest for 20 minutes. It's going to help absorb all of the rest of the moisture that's in the cream. They'll be thick and creamy. Once that's done, prep your sauce. For your sauce, you're going to need your demi-glace. The demi-glace can be cold. You're going to need your brandy. You're going to need your white wine. You're going to need your herbs cut. Tomato concasse, small diced. And mushrooms. Cut into wedges, just like we've been doing. No changes. All right, no changes. You're going to need your broccoli rabe blanched off. Tender. Well salted water. And you're going to need sliced garlic for the broccoli rabe, as well as clarified butter, which we're going to saute everything else in. Okay? We're going to have sweet onions coming in. We're not going to use Spanish onions, we're going to use sweet onions. Okay, you got sweet onions coming in. You're going to take the onions, you're going to cut them into rings. You need about 2 slices. 1 onion should do about 5-6 people. No problem. Cut them into slices, season them. Okay? Salt, a little bit of pepper. Make sure they're well seasoned. You can break them apart. It's okay if they break apart. We want the rings. Mix them around, make sure they're seasoned and ready to go. You're going to need a little bit AP flour for later. Okay, so we have a little bit of AP flour. We have the seasoned onions with salt and pepper, and they're ready. And all we need to do now is make the batter for them. This is going to be a batter fry. Okay, yo.
Did you do white pepper?
Did I do white pepper? I did, yes. Okay, now we're going to keep this here by our fryer. So now the beef. You're going to want to season the beef as early as possible. Salt, pepper, right? Make sure that the beef medallion, you're only doing 1 beef medallion. You don't need more than 1, okay? Everybody thinks that you're going to need a lot of beef medallions. You don't. But you are going to need that beef medallion seasoned early so the flavor starts to build into it. You're going to need 2 sauteuses. One sauteuse is going to be the small one that we're going to use for the beef. And then you're going to use a bigger one that we're going to use for the broccoli rabe. At this point now, the last thing we want to do is start cooking the broccoli rabe. We're going to wait till everything is hot and everything is ready for service. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Were you attacked by a swarm of bees? Because that's how you're reacting. Are you not supposed to be here?
No, I want to be here. Very
Oh,
much so.
I'm just curious. I didn't know if you wanted to be caught on video here or something. Stop taking a picture.
No, all those people over there.
Yes, don't tell her. She doesn't know that.
Stop. Be serious here.
She's a background photo. You're going to have a pie tin with some paper towels ready. This is going to help collect the fat when we get our onion rings out of there.
No green ones, right?
No green ones. Never any green ones. Okay, so now, beef is ready. Everything else is ready. Broccoli rabe is ready. All this stuff is ready to go. So we're going to start by cooking the garlic for the broccoli rabe. So now we're ready to plate. I'm going to give you your times when we go into lecture today.
Chef, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Today we said for the fries that you put the paper towel under it would stick and not
Green.
I thought they were considered both biodegradable.
No, I said after you're done blanching them, the pro chef tells you to put them on paper towels. This is not blanching, this is frying. They're going to be crispy and crunchy and not a problem. May I have the clarified butter from somewhere over there, please? Because this butter is not clarified and this is going to ignite. No, it's milk solids. It's non-clarified butter. Efficient. Non-clarified. If we try to do the beef in this butter, it'll burn. You have to have clarified butter. Okay, it's got to be clear. It doesn't have to be hot. It can be cold. If you're going to put it in the pan, it'll heat up in the pan. Okay? All right, so now, everything is set. We're going to make our batter. Our batter is the last thing we make. So our beer batter is going to consist of 2 ounces by volume. So a 2-ounce ladle of cornstarch and 6 ounces by volume of cake flour. Cake flour. Okay, 6 ounces by volume. So either a 6-ounce ladle or a 2-ounce ladle 3 times. I know math is hard, so I'm going to help.
You said 2 ounces of
2 ounces of cornstarch, right? 2 ounces of cornstarch and 6 ounces of cake flour. Do not use AP flour. We want a low gluten flour. We want a low strength flour. Okay? All by volume. 1 teaspoon of baking soda, salt and pepper. Mix your ingredients together.
So 1 teaspoon salt and pepper.
No, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And then you need salt and pepper. Agreed. Then you're going to need half a bottle of beer.
Take care of the other half. What do you do with the other half?
You give it to your partner,
Yeah, you do.
and they use it in the batter. If you get caught drinking half a bottle of beer, you get a 15-week vacation. And you don't pass the class. Funny still, huh? Half a bottle of beer, very slowly incorporate the ingredients. All right? The least we mix this, the better. We do not want to develop gluten. Even though we have a low gluten flour and cornstarch, we don't want to overdevelop the gluten. Okay? What are we looking for? Like a pancake batter consistency. Okay, a pancake batter consistency.
What kind of beer are we going to use?
Whatever we have. I've secured some homemade beers that were made here by the Brew Club here in the school. So we have this one's pumpkin pie. The other two are something else. So
It's like a spring ale.
Spring?
Like light ale.
pumpkin pie? No,
No,
it.
the other one that we have.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
No, there's two different kinds. There's a pumpkin and there's a light spring.
there's 4 different kinds now. I secured more yesterday.
Would we
Oh,
be
nice.
able to just taste it to see what it tastes like?
Your idea of taste and my idea of taste, if you follow my instructions of tasting, then I would say yes. But if you're going to like have a 2-ounce shot of it, I'm going to say no.
Or let's do it just-
So now batter's ready. Everything's ready to go. First thing we're going to start on a low flame, on a really low flame, we're going to start the garlic. So 1 clove of garlic sliced, really low. All right, we want to very slowly cook that garlic. Now while that garlic is cooking, we're going to arrange our broccoli rabe so it's all in one nice, beautiful, perfect line. You're going to need about 6 to 8 stems of broccoli rabe. Okay, you want everything nice, neat rows. Nice, neat rows. Low and slow. Remember, our job with the garlic is to remove the bitterness of the broccoli rabe. So if you don't cook the garlic enough, then your garlic is bitter. If you cook the garlic too much, your garlic is bitter. Neither one of which are going to remove the bitterness from the broccoli rabe. You've got to make the garlic sweet. Okay? Then we're going to get ready to plate. Our plates are hot. Our potatoes should be hot now. In case they came out too early, we want to make sure that they are hot and ready to go. So put them back in the oven just to preheat them. You're looking at the wrong thing.
Roughly how long did you keep the potatoes in the oven?
Roughly how long? They're about 40 minutes. 40 to 45 minutes of cooking time. Watch it. All right, so now garlic is a light golden brown. Put your broccoli rabe in the pan. Low heat, so no flame. Low heat, so no flame, right? No flame. Water. You're going to need about 2 ounces of water to go in the bottom of the pan. 2 ounces of water.
We did this.
We did do this. Crazy, huh? Salt. Pepper. Bring it up to a simmer. Cook that broccoli rabe. Remember, you put less water in if your broccoli is more cooked, and more water in if your broccoli is more cooked. Always think about that. Like how much water do I need? If your broccoli rabe is like right on the edge, and you'll overcook it if you put too much water in, then you put less water in. All we're doing now is reheating that broccoli rabe. So 2 ounces is a good starting point for pretty much all of it. Okay. All right. So now that's cooking. We're gonna put this. We got this up to a boil. We're gonna bring this over here to a low flame. We're gonna let it cook. We're gonna sear off our beef. Nice high heat. About 1.5 ounces of clarified butter. Have I started my onion rings yet?
No.
We're gonna take our beef. We're gonna pat it dry. Make sure it's nice and dry. Why?
Because water will make it go.
We don't want
hot.
any. No, we don't want any steam. We don't want any steam. Okay? Red meat, high heat. Red meat, high heat. So we're looking for a nice high heat. We want to get that pan so that the oil moves freely in the pan like water. We want a haze. We want a haze. Okay? Dry the meat. Make sure the meat's nice and dry.